power, family getting money, ain't no better hour. I usually don't do this, but I had to say something. Why play the game if you ain't gonna win it? You act like you're marching, but your steps kinda timid. Just saying things for social media fame. Photoshop riches on a pretty pic in the frame. Truth doesn't matter what you should be is a shame. Cause you ain't got half of the guts you claim. Clowning a man or extending a hand to give him a chance to get help, get up and get his mind right. It's okay, you do the wait in line for shoes. And by the way, your vote mattered like Black Lives do. That's alright, it's your life, do what you want. It's okay, no we straight, nobody's fault. Let us just focus on the things that make us happy. Sure, control my life, sir, just don't call me nappy. Come on, fam, it's like we are not even thinking straight. How much are we gonna take? How long will we love it?
You are now welcome. Well, good afternoon. I gotta wake up here because we're on the Elife Power Lunch with Dr. Baruch and Kris Murray. I am your host, the one and only Kris Murray, and to my right, the one and only Dr. Baruch. Hello,
hey,
hello.
How are you?
Good, good, good. I'm so excited once again because we're here promoting health, wealth, and knowledge of self in one power-packed hour of inspiration and information. I'm also very excited because yesterday I got the opportunity to attend a wonderful event. It was the Baltimore Mayor's Office holiday party and toy giveaway, and it was a very special event because Principal Shantae McKinley of Walter P. Carter Elementary Middle, they were chosen to come out and be a part of that because they had the highest number of students with perfect attendance. That's an incredible accomplishment, so congratulations to them. And that was also organized with the Ogden Foundation, who was founded by Baltimore's Ravens' own Jonathan Ogden. Also, Zachary Orr and Brandon Williams of the Baltimore Ravens were there. So that was a phenomenal event just to wake up and to go and be able to capture pictures of that. To see how excited the kids were, they were allowed to pick 2 gifts, one for themselves and one for a special person. So I definitely had to give them a shout out, and special thanks to Events by Celeste and Celeste Taylor, who gave me the invitation to come out to be a part of the media. Thank you so much, and guys, go and check her out, Events by Celeste, and follow the hashtag PhotoFunnery. They had this creative photo booth where they can have costumes and hats and funny things and snap pictures, and you get it there right on the spot, and you also get an email with your 3 images. So that was very cool. So I'm excited about that. Today we have more exciting things to talk about, right, Dr. Baruch?
Yes, we do. What we got?
We are here with Angela Thorpe of Jean Adore Health Essentials. Did I get it right that time?
Yes, you did.
Okay, good. Because she was about to get me a minute ago. I got it wrong. Got to get it right. How are you today?
I'm well. How are you?
I am wonderful. So you're going to be talking with us today about the foot detox process. Let me get my words untied. The foot detox process.
Yes, I am.
And the health
cleanse foot detox.
Okay, see, she's getting me right. She's going to get me right. By the end of this, I promise you guys I'm going to get this right. But first, we always like to start by talking about a hot topic, and I have to share what I've seen on Facebook. I don't know if you guys have seen this one, but there was a video of some kids in Russia, and they were in their undies playing in the snow. Thermal spa. Have you guys heard of that or seen that video?
I have. I understand the benefit of that hot and cold, treatment as far as stimulating the immune system and stimulating the metabolism. So I know that there are benefits to hot and cold. I'm not one that likes it too much. There's simple things that you can do. You can just take a shower from hot to cold, and I don't like that either.
Right.
I don't even like it hot. I like it just, like lukewarm or just slightly warm.
Right.
So that's a little tough, but I know that there are significant benefits because it does stimulate, activity inside of the body, one being the blood flow. Is very, very critical behind that. So when you do that, when you jump into ice cold water, when you see those people that do that every year, and these children here that are doing this, going outside and playing in the snow in their undies, God bless them. But it does actually stimulate activity, and it does support health and wellness in the body as long as you do it therapeutically, and you're not just out there hanging out, because eventually you're gonna get sick.
Right, because I saw and I had to click on it and open it up because I'm like, why is someone filming these children outside and they're playing? They're literally playing, throwing snowballs. They're going at it just like our kids do, but we bundle them up. They have layers, they have boots on, they have hats and gloves. It was completely different. So when I did click on it, I saw that there was some type of process. So they do a hot sauna before they go out. Then they go out and they do it for about 10 to 12, 15 minutes, something like that. And then after they do some type of tea or something. So there is a process, and I'll go back and make sure I look at that. And I'll also share the link on our page. We do have a Facebook page, guys.
Yeah,
it's
we
the
do.
Elife Power Lunch with Dr. Baruch and Kris Murray. Yes, it's that entire thing. Okay, I want to make sure you guys can find it. But be sure to follow us and share, because we're going to be posting the information that correlates to what we're talking about on the show. That way, if you haven't seen what we're talking about in terms of the hot topic, or if you want to figure out what Kwanzaa means and about the guests that you may have missed on our last show, that information is going to be right there, so you don't have to look for it. So make sure you follow us on Facebook.
Yes.
But that's enough. You going to say something?
No. I'm
Okay.
good.
Okay. See, we got to get our flow together. See, my goal is for the first episode in 2017 on fire. We're gonna have our theme song together. We're gonna have our photo shoot together. We're gonna have our chemistry here, so we can go back and forth.
We're going to get those little buttons. A little button, buzz the seat, be like, your turn.
Yes. Okay, that works. I like that idea too.
Say something.
Exactly. But let's meet our guest for today. Angela, hello again.
Hello.
Tell us what you do. Tell us the name again, because I know I messed it up, so we got to say it right a couple times.
Okay. The name is Gina Dore, Health Essentials, LLC.
Perfect.
And I am Angela Thorpe, the founder. And I specialize in foot detoxing, which is a 25-minute process that will entitle you to enjoy a relaxing session in a spa tub, along with warm water, sea salt solution, and our feet have 2,000 pores in it. And what this does, it allows the body to set off electrons, and it will stimulate the body to help us to stimulate to get the special treatment for the spa detox going.
That is great. And it's important that you understand, especially those of us in the viewing audience at present, the significance of detoxification of the body. We're so toxic. So what you're talking about is so critical, that we get this toxic, we move these toxins out of our body. And I'm sure you're going to talk to us about how specifically that takes place. But let's first start off with, how did you get into this?
Well, it actually started with my cousin in St. Louis, the Missouri, Illinois area. And actually both of our mothers had cancer and succumbed to cancer. She was interested, she's a nurse by trade, and there was a holistic doctor from Florida that actually came to St. Louis to do a session, a 4-day training.
Right.
And during that time, he actually did my detox, and my water was black, which meant that my liver was shutting down. And I actually had no idea.
Right.
So with him being a holistic doctor, all natural, then there was, he said, well, you're in my ballpark now. So this is what we're going to do. He took me off of dairy, green smoothies I drank, alkaline water, everything organic, and immediately I saw a difference. And he told me what to do once I got home.
Right.
And about 6 weeks later into it, I changed my eating habits. Everything was organic, gluten-free, just changed everything immediately. Got rid of pots and pans that had Teflon coating in it because the toxins could get into your system. And about 6 weeks after, I noticed my water was changing. And the results that I saw, I wanted to extend that to really help other people, because I had a desire to do it anyway,
Right.
but once I saw the benefits of what it was doing for me,
Right.
then I really wanted to extend that to others. So I started out of my home, and God blessed and allowed me maybe about 8 months later to move into a shop and to extend personal one-on-one time, or it could be a family or a husband and wife, but to have that private setting. And with the detox, allowing it to rid the toxins from your organs, your liver, kidney, lungs, colon, and skin. Once you can actually see, and there are several forms of detoxing, but what I love about the foot detox is starting, you can actually see the organs that it's attacking.
Wow.
So there are other forms after that. Then you can go to an all-cell detox or maybe a kidney or liver detox, depending on what it is, along with changing your eating habits.
Right.
That's a must. That's a must because of the food additives, the pesticides, processed foods, everything associated with that.
Right.
Illness, disease, it's so much that has attacked our bodies, and just changing over. I haven't completely cut everything out, but I've changed it over.
Right.
And then as a result, I lost 40 pounds.
Wow.
So it's a lifestyle change.
Right.
It's not a diet. And then just seeing the results that it has helped with other people. Then this is what I do.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Great. So we think about detoxification, and you think about a bowel movement. We're not even having enough bowel movements to remove the toxins out of our body. We think about other things. We've heard of oil pulling, and we've heard of, just the full body detox concepts. Tell us how this is different and than maybe what we're accustomed to with regard to detoxification.
As far as
the process, the foot Ionic detox.
I'm going to start repeating.
So we know that removing toxins from the body, we can do it through our skin, we can do it through bowel movement, we can do it through there are other mediums, oil pulling. There are other things that we can do to remove toxins from the body. What is it that makes the Ionic foot bath, a unique and special experience, and what is it doing for us?
Well, it's very relaxing, and placing your feet in the sea salt solution, and then there are little gadgets, little cartridges, I call. They're arrays, and then it sends signals to the lymph glands, and which allows the process of the foot detox to take place. And like I said, it comes through the pores of your feet, and you're detoxifying from head to toe, attacking those organs. And once you see exactly what is in your water, fats, triglycerides, that fried food and french fries and all of that will come up. If you're having kidney issues or liver issues, these are things that will appear in your water. So once you can actually see, then again, that's when we go to the next step. What do we need to do now to improve that, to help release these toxins? And you may get it done as often as every 3 to 4 days. I work with cancer patients, and depending on their stage, I recommend maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's good. That's good stuff. Have you ever ventured out, Miss Kris, to have your foot ionically detoxed or your body detoxed?
Yes, I have,
okay.
And I actually did it on live Facebook.
Okay.
So everybody got to see. And she gave me, a little warning. You sure you want your results? And I was okay with it. We talked a little bit about the results on the air. But that's another question I asked. I have been through the process, and like she said, it is very relaxing, but it's also nerve-wracking because you don't know what the results are going to be. You see the water's clear, and I'll make sure to share the video on our page too so you guys can see it. But the water starts out clear, then you start to see a little bit of color, and then by the end, depending on what your situation is, you got colors and bubbles and a lot of things going on. So that's the point where it may become a little less relaxing, but that's only because you're not sure what it is. But she's there, she explains everything, she writes it down for you so that you can keep up with it. She also gives you recommendations on what you should do so you don't have to worry. And she did the same for me. I have my list of recommendations, and I started to change my diet and the way that I was doing things, and I need to go back for a follow-up. But just for our listeners and our viewers who haven't been exposed to the process, can you tell us a little bit how it works? Like the colors, the different colors, the colors mean something?
Yes, the colors do mean something. You may have brown, which indicates liver, lungs. You may have orange, which indicates joint and muscle issues. Bubbles will indicate immune system or lymphatic toxins, digestive system. Green, maybe kidney issues. So the colors, they definitely mean something.
All right. So this is actually huge because if you can sit with you just for, how long does it take? About 40 minutes?
25 minutes.
25 minutes. 25 minutes and just have to see the results like this, then this can be life-changing. This is not something that is small.
Absolutely. And sometimes you're not aware of what's going on within the body. You
Right.
think you're fine, and until you actually see, and then I reveal what some concerns may be. And
Right.
I didn't realize that was going on, or
Right.
I was wondering.
Right. I know
feeling
exactly
like
what that is. Yes.
So you'll know what direction to head.
To take.
Yeah.
Now, this wouldn't replace necessary getting blood work in order to find out what pesticides or what organs are not functioning as well, or what's going on inside of the body. It wouldn't replace that, but it gives us a kind of a home view of where you can go in and kind of get a feel for what's going on inside of the body and begin to do some of the work already before you go and have some medical doctor, of course, because they always have a solution for you that's going to cost you a ton of money and put a bunch of chemicals inside of your body. So, it doesn't necessarily preclude or it doesn't replace getting blood work done. But it is a great supporting process, on the road to being healthier. You might get the blood work done, and then you get the Ionic foot bath, and you get the same, you get those same indicators going on in both reports, and then you can now know, okay, great, I'm getting better because I'm seeing my water's changing, right?
Exactly.
That's how that can happen. And how long have you been doing this again?
About 18 months.
18 months. Okay, great. And the client base that you have, are you seeing that people are eating healthier and getting better results?
Absolutely. There are testimonies after testimonies behind that. And for them to actually see their water, then it starts in the mind first. And you have to make that decision. You can talk about it, but once you see their water and exactly what it means, you have to start in your mind, I have to make changes for myself. This is the only body that God gave us, and He intended for us to take care of it.
Right.
And actually, the Lord spoke to me in February and told me to tell the people, if you know better, do better. And this is the only body that we have. So to actually see the difference, I have quite a few clients that have made changes, that have lost weight, that began to feel better, and they say, oh, I didn't know, eating organic, that's the first thing. It costs so much.
Right.
But do you want to pay for medicine for the rest of your life? Just eat from the earth, plant-based, just eat and enjoy from the earth. And once they see the difference and begin to feel better, it was all worth it.
Right. I love it, and I'm so glad that you were able to join us today. I wanted everyone to hear your story, and just for me, the most important thing that stands out to me about you is your passion for what you do. When you talk about it, even through Facebook, we chat on Facebook every now and then. She say, well, did you do what I told you to do? And I can feel that passion. I don't know how, but I don't know, it's spiritual. It comes through, and just that's so important for me, because when we talk about things, especially personal things like health and the only body that we're getting, it's important. And that's one of the things that I think we lack when we go into that doctor's office, when we see the white coat. They don't have that. You have some people who have better customer service skills than others, but it's always very cold. I understand the hospital has to be cold for bacteria. I'm not a doctor. I'll let you guys handle that part. But, it's not the feeling that you get. I went and I sat with her. We talked. We're sitting there for 25 minutes. We have to talk about something. She told me the backstory about how she got started. And, then I can just see the passion pouring out. And so I bring that up just to be an advocate for what you're doing, and to say, please guys, if it's not this, take the step to do something else to get one step closer to your health. Like she said, it's the only body that we get, and we just take it too lightly. We wait too long and too late, and even then we may not even do the necessary things that we could do.
And and I must say, I don't have a degree behind it. This is all training from God. Absolutely. And I don't take it lightly. And it is ministry for me, because I do have a passion. There are clients that, I don't charge. It's not about the money. It's about seeing what's going on with you. You have concerns, and see what's going on, and then take the direction to change that. And just to see the change, that satisfaction for me,
Right.
And just love and just having the passion. And like I said, it's named after my mother. My mother's middle name was Jean. My first initial is A, and her first name was Doris. So I took a portion of her name, Jean Adore, and named it after her, because if I had known then what I know now, I would have implemented a lot of holistic treatment.
Right.
And with her help.
Right. And that's the same thing, I mentioned to you. She came out last week, guys, so the Health, Wealth, and Knowledge of Self come out this week. But
last 2 weeks.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. Look, I missed one. Look, don't get me. But I'll be here this week, guys. Come out tomorrow. We were talking, and I said the same thing. If I had the information that I have now, my grandparents, their health declined within a 7-year period. They were okay, year 1, but by year 7, they were both gone. My grandfather passed away March, and then the next November, my grandmother passed away. And so it's just like if I had known what I know now about nutrition, and I'm still learning, but even the little bit of information I have right now, in my mind could have helped, prolong their lives, because we need them. We need them to be around not only for our comfort, but to share stories with us, to keep us connected to past generations. And so that's why I think things like this are very important, because health is something that's not replaceable, life anyway.
That's right. It's very important. And it's very important that we bring attention to people, like the sister here today talking about the Ionic foot bath. And although it might seem strange and it might seem different and it might not seem possible, but again, as she shared with us, she's got testimonies of people that are getting better and they're seeing the evidence of the improvement on their health, right?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question for both of you guys. Since you're kind of in the alternative medicine space, what do you think the true future of our people really getting off the pills and, the junk food and all the unnecessary things? Do you guys see that as being an actuality, or is this just a fantasy that we're creating here for our own pleasure?
Mm-hmm.
I see actuality.
Okay.
Starting in the mind first.
Mm-hmm.
You must have a made up mind to want to change.
Right.
You can say you are, but if you're not taking the steps to do anything, then you're gonna regress back to your old habits.
Right.
But once you see the results and realize,
right, then you're there.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the medical and pharmaceutical industrial complex getting more clever.
Mm.
So I don't see it changing very soon. I see it changing maybe over the course of time and a considerable amount of time, because now what has happened, and we've seen it probably over the last 10 years, 5 to 10 years, that you are now getting commercials on your television and radio that are causing you or inviting you to then bring up certain medications with your medical doctor. And so the medical doctor doesn't have to take the liability or whatever. He doesn't have to appear to be pushing anything on you because you asked for it. Now, you asked for it. I'm going to give you what you asked for. We're going to give you some samples. I get paid to give you these samples, and I'm going to give you all this documentation. It's going to talk about all the great benefits that you're going to get from this, as well as all the great side effects or the awful side effects that you're going to get from this. So I see it, they're getting more and more clever and creative in how they are influencing us to depend on them being the pharmaceutical and medical industrial complexes. And I think what's going to have to happen is more attention is going to have to be given to those of us who are in the natural healing space and the health and alternative wellness space. That we have to get more attention. We have to give more attention. We have to have somebody blowing the horn and sounding, the alarm and bringing attention to what it is that we're doing. Because otherwise, if they don't know that we're here, and if they don't know that this reality is here and that this does work, then it will be left kind of to the pharmaceutical and medical world to finally, bring exposure to us, and that's not going to happen. It's like you don't see advertisements for broccoli on television, but you see advertisements for, alcohol and cigarettes and whatever else is going on out there. I think cigarettes they might have pulled now, but all the other bad for you stuff, the cereals in the morning and the bad for you foods, the fast food restaurants, all of that is going on. And you don't see advertisements for really healthy stuff out there. So there's going to have to be a groundswell of support that gives us the financial wherewithal to then market what it is that we do so that we can bring more attention to it. We can bring more attention to the results that people are getting so that people will have confidence in it. We don't have the same level of confidence in natural healing modalities as we do these babies. This modern medical world is a baby as compared to alternative and natural healing methods. But yet and still we have more confidence in it because that's what gets put in our face all day long, every day. So I think there's going to come a point where more attention is going to shift this way. And it'll open up the door for many of us to consider things that we hadn't considered. We'll remember, I remember Grandma used to give me onions for everything. And then we realize, yeah, that was really beneficial, you know, but we've been disconnected from that. So now we take all these chemicals in place of what we used to do naturally. So I think it's a process, and we're in the middle of that process. And hopefully we can shorten the process by bringing more attention to the great benefits of doing things naturally.
Right. Well, yeah, I definitely agree with that. And it's like what we've been talking about all along, just getting the information out there is the most important thing, because I have that same doubt. You know, if something happens with my kids, I feel much better if I go and give the doctor $60 for nothing, which is what I call, you know, my son hit my daughter's loose tooth out, and I was afraid that it had broken off instead of coming by the root. So I rushed, I get an emergency appointment, and I go down to the doctor, and I pay them, you know, $60 in cash just for them to say, oh no, she's fine. You know, I felt better knowing that she was fine, but I felt terrible knowing that, you know, I mean, come on, I don't know what practices they can put into place. It's a business, so they're making money the way they've set it up, but I wish there was some kind of something like I said, can you just check? You know, if I need to come in, I'll come in. If not, she's good. Okay, I'm good. We good. You know, I wish that was something that exists. But as long as the focus of our medical infrastructure is business, then I think we're on the short end of the totem pole.
Right. And it's also, you've got the benefit of things like video phones. You know, so now we're seeing how naturopaths, I'm sure the medical world is doing it too, but naturopaths are able to then get a visual on you. Okay. You know, if they're not in your local proximity, they can get a visual on you, and you can show them the infected toe or in this case, you know, the tooth. And that's all a medical doctor is going to do it, unless they have a need for X-ray. But I'm sure at some point that's going to happen too. You're going to be able to X-ray right there on your phone. Boop. Okay, let me let you check this out, or I can check it out myself and see what's going on.
Right.
So it's we're moving in that direction. Hopefully, self-care and teaching people about being more mindful of what they're doing, positively and negatively, to their body, is going to be something that more attention is being given. So that, you know, when we go for to get an Ionic foot bath, we're going for maintenance as opposed to, oh my God, my health is completely deteriorated. Now help me bring me back into a normal space. You know, maintenance is much better. What is it? Prevention is worth a pound. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. You know, let's work on the front side before we get sick.
That's
you
right.
know, in doing this. And you say you put people on a schedule. So how frequently would you suggest that we, who are healthy, how frequently would you suggest that we get an Ionic foot bath?
Well, how do you know you're healthy?
That's a good question.
So for those that assume that they are, I recommend once a month. You can get it as often as every 3 to 4 days. I detox myself once a month, but if I'm feeling a little sluggish, I know it's time for a detox.
Right.
So maybe twice a month. And, you know, depending on the toxins, and you're not really aware that there are toxins within the body that cause stress and worry and you know, illness and disease, and, you know, not just from the food, you know, there's a host of things associated with the toxins being placed in our bodies.
Right.
So just taking charge and wanting to change. And I recommend once a month, but I have clients say, well, can I come next week?
Right.
Sure, you sure can.
Right. And that just reminds me, when we spoke before, you also mentioned that it's not only what you yourself are consuming or you know, what you're doing, sometimes it's your environment.
Absolutely.
So like you told a story about, you know, a lady who was riding with someone.
Yes.
You know, tell that story.
I have a client, she had locked in tobacco in her water, and she said, I don't smoke. I said, but the water in your case locked in tobacco. She said, I don't smoke. And she thought about that, she pondered on that for a minute, and she said, you know, I rode with a lady every day for 3 years back and forth to work, and she smoked in her car. She had secondhand smoke in her water.
And the lady wasn't smoking while they were riding together. It was just...
Oh, she may have been.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but it was in the car.
Okay, got it.
and just having that secondhand smoke.
Right.
You know, and not being aware.
Right.
And
So
there was a lot of it in there.
Right, so you can assume that you're healthy just because you personally are doing things that you think are proactive or preventative, but you never know what our neighbors may have less of a concern for themselves and in turn you.
Absolutely.
So,
and then just the pollutants from the air.
Right.
Clients ask, "Will my water be clear?" No, your water will never be clear.
Right, yeah, unfortunately. Now, you mentioned cancer patients come to see you. Are there any other groups or any other illnesses that people may be suffering from that are...
Diabetes.
Okay.
Yes, cancer and diabetes are like the main.
Okay.
And, you know, just making the changes.
Right.
Eliminating.
Okay.
You know, that sugar, you know, giving the alkaline water,
right.
Plant-based diet, you know, smoothies, fresh vegetables, you know, fruit.
Mm-hmm.
Just making small steps, but you have to be consistent with it.
Right.
And, you know, you really don't want to wait to that diagnosis to,
right.
you know, really make a change, but, you know, sometimes that's what happens to get your attention.
A wake-up call.
And I'm actually a 10-year breast cancer survivor. Mm-hmm. And when I was diagnosed with breast cancer 10 years ago, I actually lost like 40 to 50 pounds mm-hmm. for a low-carb diet. Okay. And at that time, everything on the market was low-carb. The pancakes had low-carb on it, and, you know, I'm getting everything that read low-carb. And as a result, I got cancer. Mm-hmm. Breast cancer does not run in my family. And praise the Lord, I did not have chemo or radiation. You know, I went through and I gained the weight back. I'm still eating sugar, you know, but I didn't get get the diagnosis again.
Right.
But now I know, you know, the cancer gravitates off sugar.
Okay.
You know, so just making those changes now.
Right.
And, you know, along with alkaline water. So, you know, when you get that diagnosis and you're actually aware, you know, I know how to treat it now.
Right.
Even though I survived it, mm-hmm. I really didn't know, okay, what do I do now, you know, to not get it again.
Right, exactly.
But now, educate myself, a whole different path now. So.
Right. And you mentioned alkaline water a few times, and I know we mentioned it a lot on the show. Can you just give us the importance, just in a quick bit, the importance of introducing alkaline water to your body?
Putting the pH levels back in our bodies.
Okay.
So our body should be 7.3, 7.4 alkaline. Mm-hmm. 6.9 below is acidic. We consume more acidic than alkaline.
Right.
So you know, just increasing the energy level.
Right.
Along with the diagnosis of cancer and, you know, diabetes, you know, whatever else we can get, drinking the alkaline water just increases that pH level, putting that alkaline back in our bodies that are needed.
Okay. Excellent.
Well, it's always good to have people share with us information that will empower us.
Yes.
And that's what it's all about here on the Elife Power Lunch, that we want to empower you so that you can now move forward in life with more information and you can make better decisions on behalf of yourself. We are blessed today to be talking about the Ionic foot bath and how significant that is and can be in your journey to maintaining health or to overcoming health challenges. And I would just like for our guests to ask, to share with us information about how to get in contact with you and where to find you out on the net and where to find you physically. And please do let us know, give us your contact information.
Well, contact information, I am located at 1144 Smallwood Drive West. That's in Waldorf, Maryland. I'm actually inside the DP Salon World, Suite C5. My contact number is 240-427-5316. And my email address is jeanadorhe@gmail.com. That's JEANADORHE@gmail.com. And I'm actually in the process of working on my website.
Very cool. I love it. I love it. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. I know I've learned a lot, and I have to come back and see you. I have to stop saying that I haven't set up my appointment. So I'm going to take that action and set that up today so I can make sure I get out and see if I've been doing a good job in following the instructions that you gave me and eating my greens and my green smoothies. We'll find out in the water. No matter what I say, that water is going to tell us the truth, right?
Absolutely. What is it? The water. I tell my clients, the water don't lie.
That's right. That's right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. I do want to bring your attention to some wonderful events that we're going to be having coming up this week. Tomorrow is Wednesday, and you know what that means. Look, we all together. Tomorrow is Wednesday, so we're going to be having the Health, Wealth, and Knowledge of Self hosted by Dr. Baruch. Tomorrow I'm going to be the special guest presenter, and I'm going to be going in on how to work with getting paid, how to not work and not get paid next year or something like that. I'll have it together by tomorrow. We'll come out and learn some strategies on how to set up your business so that you're not working for free. You can't do that in 2017. We've done enough of that. We got to get paid. If you're in business, you're in business to get paid, not just to waste your time, right? All right, so make sure you meet us out there tomorrow, 6 p.m. Come out and eat, but it starts at 7, and we're going to be chit-chatting until 9 p.m. This Saturday, we have the Solstice Shopping Bazaar, which is great. If you've seen the pictures from last time, you know we have proof that we've had a phenomenal time. Come out and support local, small, black businesses. It's also the day before Christmas. That's October, November, December. December 24th is Christmas Eve, so come out. If you need last-minute gifts, that's the place to come. We're here, 9185 Central Avenue at Everlasting Life Vegan Restaurant. Did I miss anything? Nope. No. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. We have Dwayne Ross coming out. He's going to be joining us and talking about empowering our black men and supporting them and discovering your tag. That means, well, you know what? I'll let you guys tune in tomorrow to hear what that means. All right, guys. So that's it for us today. Thank you. You're invited to dine with us when we meet again for another nutritious and plentiful feast of information and inspiration that's not only good for the body, but also good for the mind and spirit. Until then, this has been Elife Power Lunch with Dr. Baruch and Kris Murray. Take care, guys.
Take care.
First you get the knowledge, then you get the power. Family getting money, ain't no better hour. I usually don't do this, but I had to say something. Why play the game if you ain't gonna win it? You act like you're marching, but yourself's kinda timid. Just saying things for social media fame. Photoshop riches on a pretty pic in the frame. Truth of the matter, what you should be is a shame. Cause you ain't got half of the guts you claim. Clowning a man or extending a hand to give him a chance to get help, get up and get his mind right. It's okay, you do the wait in line for shoes. And by the way, your vote mattered like Black Lives do. That's alright, it's your life, do what you want. It's okay, no we straight, nobody's fault. Let us just focus on the things that make us happy. Show control my life, sir, just don't call me nappy. Come on, fam, it's like we are not even thinking straight. How much are we gonna take? How long will we love it, babe? More valuable than working and lurking and drinking and smoking and hating and baying and saying casinos that I won't do. Stunt like you win and lose. Dummies can't see that we're losing more than we gain. Mannequin challenging, I'm thinking, man, won't you challenge these false accusations? These lies being wasted by ignorance and hatred. These wars against nature. Damn, I'm just saying, y'all just be playing and they just be waiting so patiently, ruling the nation, mass incarceration. Y'all digging our own grave the way we behave, just like they intended the new type of slave. And we won't stop until we get it. Come on down, if you with it. Wake up, let's go, we're on a mission. Recognize we got that power. Is this chicken or tricking me? They know we gotta eat. Cancer, diabetes, high blood pressure haunting me. Taking these pills like they really are helping me. True for most things are the fruities and veggies like TV. Rewriting history, no it's not his story. It's the one about the winners. Cast out like sinners, backstab like when Eddie was thinner.